Our project is a collaborative research project between the University of Edinburgh and Costain Group. The project centres around the development of a carbon accounting tool which will quantify the embodied carbon or greenhouse gas emissions associated with large infrastructure projects. This project is important because the construction industry and large infrastructure projects represent quite a large proportion of total greenhouse gas emissions. So ultimately this project is looking at ways of reducing greenhouse gas emissions from infrastructure projects. Well, one of the main challenges that we're looking to address with this project is the fragmented nature of the supply chain within large infrastructure projects. So typically a large project will be delivered by a whole range of different partners who will take on different parts of the project life cycle. And one of the intentions of the carbon calculator tool that we're developing is that it will enhance the amount of communication and dialogue across that supply chain and help to facilitate the identification of reductions in greenhouse gas emissions. And our intention is that this tool should be open access so that we can reach as wide a constituency within the industry as possible.
In terms of benefits for the broader industry, I think that so far the tools that do exist are somewhat detached from processes. And so what this tool will bring is it will integrate carbon management into our processes very early on in the estimating and planning stage, so it allows for much greater reductions to be achieved. I think the project is really important because there are a lot of new policy documents that are coming out, such as PAS 2080, the Infrastructure Carbon Review, the government's industrial strategy for construction, which have some quite lofty ambitions. But there's not very much coming out in terms of how we operationalise this. So there's a lot of frameworks and a lot of big targets. And so from a contractor's perspective, we don't necessarily have the tools to be able to engage and drive these outcomes. So the project is vitally important in terms of bringing the aspirations of those policies to life and making it real for our engineers and our designers and our estimating and planning teams, and then allowing us to engage with our supply chain to help drive these low carbon outcomes.